Welcome back to another DPS analytic video. This is going to be the third week of the Scarlet Enclave for Season of Discovery. Starting things off looking at all percentiles, looking at 20 player, we still really don't have that much information. Unfortunately, we'll just have to wait for the weeks to come, as this will be the more competitive metric, but for now, we'll have to just resort to using the 40 player metric, as there is a lot more data to go off of, and you can really see what classes are performing here. Balanced Druid really starting to push ahead of the pack in terms of this median DPS. Last couple of weeks, it was just the Affliction Lock, Shadow Priest, and the Balanced Druid pretty close to each other. Now we have a new contender with the Sub Rogue, which is really unexpected. If I had to guess, there's really not that many logs of this, about 1,000, but definitely on the lower end compared to some of these other specs. Really interesting to see that. It's going to be very cool to see how that pans out in the future if Sub Rogue is going to be this new DPS meta. Going to max percentile, we have the Affliction Lock well ahead of everything else. Following that is the Marksman Hunter and the Balanced Druid, and then everything below that is pretty bricked off. Pretty healthy median DPS here. If we're to look over to the 95th percentile, however, things change a bit. We have the Sub Rogue all the way in first, which is completely unexpected. Following that is the same three guys as last week, the Balanced Druid, the Shadow Priest, and the Affliction Lock. And as always, the Ret Pally and the Ellie Shaman following very close behind. And then finally, going through each boss fight specifically and picking out the top performers. So starting with Balnazar, we have the Balanced Druid, same place as last week, but both Warlock specs have moved up quite a couple spots. The Fury Warrior was pretty comfortable in that second place spot, but now they are all neck and neck. And of course, the Ellie Shaman doing really well in this fight, just because there's pretty much permanent cleave. Next, we have Beatrix. Fight with the Ellie Shaman is super dominant, and same for the Affliction Lock. I was expecting to see the Balanced Druid here, but I guess AoE swipe is just that much better. And then following that is the Fire Mage, Ret Pally, and the Marksman Hunter. Next we have Solastraza, more of a single target fight, but still the Affliction Lock is performing incredibly well on almost every encounter. Following that though is a bunch of single target specs, the Feral Druid, Assassination Rogue, Marksman Hunter, and then the Fury Warrior. Next we have Mason the Echo, Affliction Lock well ahead of everything else by around 700 DPS. Following that is the Ellie Shaman, Ret Pally, and the Marksman Hunter. Next up we have the Beastmaster fight, a 2-target encounter, Affliction Lock just proving to be the most dominant on these encounters. Following that is the Marksman Hunter, Balanced Druid, and then the Fury Warrior. Next up we have Reborn Council, the ultimate multi-target fight, Balanced Druid, Shadow Priest, and Affliction Lock, all sitting comfortably in those top 3 spots, pretty much the same as last week. And I want you to keep in mind while looking at this data, there is a lot less information here, so take these last 3 fights with a grain of salt. Looking at Lily and Voss, your Fire Mage, Assassination Rogue, and Ret Pally. This makes a lot of sense as this is the one true fight where there is only single target. And then lastly, we're looking at Caldoran here, Affliction Lock, Marksman Hunter, and then the Ret Pally. Just time and time again, the Affliction Lock is just super strong this phase. I mean, looking back at max percentile, look at 99 percentile, even looking at 95th percentile, they're still in that top 3 spot. But that's pretty much it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. And as always, I will see you in the next video.